Our next guest is a top draft.
A lot of sharp dressers coming off that Spurs bus as they arrived at the arena, pumped up and primed for action. It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. And tonight, it's the New Orleans Pelicans going up against the San Antonio Spurs. And our broadcast team tonight, Greg Anthony here to my left and Steve Smith to my right. And the Hall of Famer David Aldridge along the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Tyler Hero was the 2022 Sixth Man of the Year. He says he patterns his game after another 6'5" guard out of Kentucky who was taken with the 13th pick. Hero said, "All I watch is Devin Booker, just picking things out of his game and trying to work on it. I think I'm capable of doing what he does if I continue to improve." Big goals, Kevin. Big goals.
Big goals are good, though, especially for a kid like Hero who can go as high and as far as he wants to. Good stuff. Good model. David, thanks. A look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. Mobley is out there with Jaylen Brown. Then there's Chamberlain. Then it's Johnson, and it's Marbury in at the shooting guard position. And for the Pelicans, we've got Jordan. He's out there with Damian Lillard, and it's Mathurin in at the 3 slot. It ended in the bubble, but how about the Spurs playoff streak? 22 consecutive seasons, Greg, coming to an end.
Kevin, making it every year from 1998 to 2019, winning 5 titles over that span, and having the same head coach certainly helped that streak. So did having, a couple Hall of Famers.
Now here's Jordan. Boy, he was something else against Utah. Bosh against Mobley. Shot clock at 6. Releases. Mathurin, good. Mathurin's got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for the Pelicans. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Spurs. Over in the corner, Brown. Now, here is Chamberlain. He's covered closely. That one doesn't go. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. The baseline J. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Yeah, Jordan just glides up the court. It's kind of deceptive. Doesn't look like he's running as fast as he really is.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Here's Marbury. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. As the regular season continues, Smitty, what's it like on those long road trips?
You know, Kevin, it can really wear on you, especially physically. And then being away from home for so long, that's not great. But on the positive side, the lengthy road trips are a chance to bond with your teammates.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Now, here's Lillard. Right now, checking his stats, he's averaging over 23 points a game.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
Here's Marbury. And it's Mathurin with the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Lillard with the bucket.
I love how crafty Damian Lillard is inside, finding a way past the D into his shot.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And you gotta love the aggression that he had, taking it to the rim there. Sets the tone in a close game like this one.
Nice work on the board. Staying off with the basket.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Pass to Chamberlain. On the wing, Brown. San Antonio again missing. The Pelicans have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Pass to Marbury. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And the defining trait of the greatest of superstars, Jordan makes the players around him better, mentally, in terms of effort, and in terms of their performance.
Here's Marbury. The shot that time, not on target. Great D that time from Jordan.
Just a little off to start this game. 1 for 5, looking to find some kind of rhythm. They're getting him shots in his spots. That's understanding your personnel.
Here's Marbury. And he's currently averaging more than 26 points a game. Such a force. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
And what a hoop. Starbury, a shot maker.
Lillard, the pass to Mathurin. Back to Lillard. New Orleans moving the ball around. Here's Bosch. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Of the 2 offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
They've had better patience, better shot selection so far, but we still have a long way to go.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
You know, this is a good time to maybe switch up your strategy a little bit. You can't keep doing what you're doing and expect a different result.
Rodman, he's checked in for San Antonio. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Marbury, guarded by Jordan. Here's Marbury. He's got 6, clock at 4. And it's Brown missing. Pelicans leading by 9. Pass to Mathurin. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Jordan's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Marbury. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Oh, that's blocked. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Substitution for your Pelicans.
Jaren Jackson Jr. Pascal Siakam.
Here's Chamberlain, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Olajuwon's checked in for Chris Bosh. Tyler Hero, he's checked in for the Spurs. Here's Chamberlain. Good D by Olajuwon.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
And Siakam throws it down.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
Chamberlain, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And we've seen not only some new trophies introduced, but Greg, some of the existing ones have been updated. You okay with that?
Oh, I am. In particular, a nice touch to have the previous winners etched into the base of the Larry O'Brien trophy. That's a great way to connect with the history of the game.
Now, here's Jordan. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. Siakam misses. The New Orleans Pelicans come into this one after the win against the Utah Jazz. Hero passes to Chamberlain. Tries again. That one no good. Good D by Elijah.
And if you're looking for the main reason that they're trailing in this game, we'll look no further than his shooting. I mean, he has hit exactly 0% of his shots.
And San Antonio has possession. The Pelicans make their last shot. Johnson kicks to Hero. Jordan deciding where to go with it. Again, the Pelicans score.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Here's Siakam. A rebound by the Spurs. High post Chamberlain. The kick out to Brown. Three-pointer. Chamberlain. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
About time he got one to fall there. Before that, 6 straight misses to start this one.
Siakam outside. Three-pointer. And they'll get another chance. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Pelicans.
What they've done is they've looked to push the pace in transition early, and it's paid dividends with their fast break points.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Siakam. And it's Dylan Brooks in for Jordan. San Antonio also making some changes. Warren's checked in for Chamberlain. Gerald Green comes in for Brown. And Anthony subbed in for Johnson. Now here's Anthony. Against Miami, he was really on his game. Green, the pass to Hero. Back to Green. Launches it. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. Pelicans leading by 16. Here's Brooks. Great D that time from Hero.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Now the pass to Lillard. Just 3 on the clock. That one a little long, and so it's New Orleans with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. Back right after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen, Pelicans pretty much in control here.
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. Dennis Rodman is out there with T.J. Warren. Then it's Anthony, and it's Green, and it's Hero in at the 2 spot.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the deep thinking jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
And that one, good. Brooks has got his first 2 points of the night.
Getting hit on that shot there, but Dylan's girth allows him to play right through it.
Dylan Brooks seems like a very spirited player, that he plays with a lot of emotion.
I've heard coaches say he's the team's biggest cheerleader, whether that's game time or practice. Kevin, he loves to motivate his squad to be at their best.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, you may not know this, but Gordon Hayward was a 2-time Indiana State singles champion in tennis. He says, in high school, I was better at tennis than basketball, but I've always loved hoops more. Thankfully, I was able to grow throughout high school to get to the frame I have now. He has certainly filled out in the NBA. Kevin, back to you.
Yeah, he sure has. He's been a terrific player to watch and follow. The injury is significant, but he continues on. David, thanks.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Bosch passes to Mathurin. Basket is good. The assist from Bosch. Mathurin's got his third bucket of the night.
And that's just good court awareness by Bosch, finding the open man for the easy one.
Here's Anthony, and the layup is good.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now, here is Jordan. He's got 8. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Bosch has got 6.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
San Antonio calls timeout, and you hear the term point forward. But then, Greg, you had Magic Johnson, 6'9", but still a point guard. So what's the difference?
Well, when you talk about a point forward, it's someone whose versatility extends to their playmaking. Magic is the rare talent who redefined the point guard position.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Pass to Marbury. Launches a 3. San Antonio again missing. Pelicans leading by 20. To the inside. Second chance effort. That one goes in.
Man, that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why: lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
And so here is New Orleans. After the miss from Evan Mobley. Yep, it counts. Bosch has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, and this is what happens when you have a scorer like Jordan on the floor. He attracts all that attention defensively, leaving guys wide open.
That was the 2K drive, as that move deserved another look.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow. Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why: it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Anthony dishes to Rodman. Siakam pulls it in. New Orleans has gone 2 or 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Chamberlain's checked in for San Antonio. Johnson comes in for Anthony.
Missed opportunity, wide open from mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
Marbury. Here's Chamberlain, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
All the officials are all over that.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
For San Antonio at the line for 2.
And he makes the first. And the Pelicans making a change here. Lillard's checked in. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
And you watch the way that Siakam plays. It can get you in the open court or in half-court sets. Great forward who gives you a little bit of everything.
Now here's Brown after the miss from Damian Lillard.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
Poked loose and taken away by Brown. Good D by Siakam.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
San Antonio calls timeout. And for Siakam, Greg, he almost epitomizes the modern forward.
And that's not to say he's the best forward, but he displays all the skills you now expect from that position. Solid player who any team would love to have.
Now Johnson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Marbury. Chamberlain trying to get open. And it's Marbury missing.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. And there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Now, here's Siakam. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Count it. Siakam's got his second basket of the night.
Wiry, strong Pascal Siakam with the nice move in that painted area.
Johnson with it. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Spurs shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts of the game right here.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for the Pelicans. They get it back. And Mobley throws it down.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
Here is Hayward following the bucket by the Spurs. Right on the bucket.
Not the guy you want to let catch fire. Hayward better be first on your mind.
Here's Brown. And good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson. Brown's got 5.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Johnson against Lillard. Rebound, San Antonio.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
And here they go. And then Bosh with the jam.
Well, Damian Lillard is such an intelligent playmaker. He sees an opening and dishes the ball.
Here's Johnson. Around the back and lays it in.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
It's stolen by Johnson. Several teams changing it up here.
Third personal foul. Third team foul. Substitution on the court.
And so it's San Antonio with it. And the shot goes down.
Magic Johnson.
Johnson's got 4 points in the quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And Lillard gets double teamed. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball.
It'll be a jump ball.
And so it's New Orleans with it. Rodman against Jackson. They get a hand on it. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Johnson, the pass to Mobley. That shot off. Good D by Elijah. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Spurs trail by 21. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Damian Lillard.
And Brown is a guy who is constantly seeking contact. Defenders have to be more cautious around him.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Second free throw, no good.
This is part of the reason they're down. The free throw line has not been kind to them this quarter.
Here's Mobley, and Mobley throws it down.
And the skills of Brown, not just a super athlete, but a tremendous floor general as well.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. And we'll be back with you shortly.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. New Orleans had no problems getting going. An exceptional game plan helped them open with a 12-4 run. They came out swinging in the first and ended the quarter ahead by 16 points. Then in quarter number 2, they actually increased their intensity to pull further out in front, finishing with a double-digit advantage at the half. And, Kenny, what did you see out there from the Pelicans?
What a brilliant, unselfish half of basketball they just played. Their ball movement was absolutely impeccable. All in all, just beautiful basketball movement.
Shaq, what did you see from San Antonio?
Just bad interior defense from them throughout the half. They're getting pushed around, not protecting the rim, allowing easy looks. That's the kind of D I love to face. I've had at least 30 by now, guys.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Chris Bosh in this game. I mean, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Damian Lillard out there with Jordan. Then there's Chris Bosh. And it's Mathurin in at the 3 spot. And that's the group for Willie Green as we begin the second half. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Pelicans leading by 17. Lillard outside. Shot from 12. Second shot opportunity. Unable to get that one. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
A guy with Marbury's vision is not going to miss that one, sending it right over the top to the shooter.
Here's Mathurin. And the Pelicans miss again.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Marbury, good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And even down big, the effort and energy is still there to try and make a comeback. And one thing that is special about Evan Mobley, made an immediate defensive impact as a rookie. Something few big men are able to do.
Now here's Bosh. 10 points for him.
Ugh, ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
Brown. Pelicans with the rebound. Jordan's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. As you said, very few rookie big men, Greg, can shape a defense like Mobley did.
Kind of reminds you of the impact Tim Duncan had with his defense. Mobley can protect the rim and stay in front of guards on the perimeter. Boy, sky is the limit for him defensively.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. And the first one drops. Heroes checked in for Brown. And so Jordan nails both of them. Spurs trail by 15. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Bosh. They're running. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Tyler Hero picks one up. For New Orleans, they have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
No good on the second free throw. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And it's Marbury missing. Pelicans leading by 16. Here's Mathurin. No good on the 3.
Ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Good.
A focused individual. Hero's not going to let a little contact affect his shot.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 7. Passes it to Jordan. And again, no good by New Orleans. Spurs trail by 14. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. Now we see more and more top prospects bypass college or even leave high school early to make 6 figures playing for G League Ignite. For many years, going pro at such a young age was something we only saw abroad. That reality is now here. Kevin?
I like it too, David. The landscape is shifting, and I think for the better. Thank you for the report. And the Pelicans making a change here. Siakam's checked in. Mathurin passes to Lillard. Siakam trying to free himself up. And that's good. Damian Lillard for 3.
A volume 3-point shooter. Lillard's confidence is what makes him so dangerous from deep.
To Marbury. Jordan with some nice D. And so Jordan will bring it up for New Orleans. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. And then slammed in by Jordan.
He used fun, a much more entertaining sight. I'd call that slam dunk contest level.
And one more look at that fantastic Mobile One drive.
That's an incredible move by him on what's been an impressive night all around.
Hero kicks to Mobley. And there's the pass to Marbury. A three-pointer, no good.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Playing at his tempo, his pace, he's been dialed in all night.
San Antonio with the ball, following the score by New Orleans. Can they get it? And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Bosh has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Mathurin. Chamberlain with the rebound. Chamberlain got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Marbury. 10 points for him. Inside, stolen by Bosh. To the middle, and stolen by Mobley. Chamberlain against Bosh. Here's Mobley. Chamberlain trying to get open. And Mobley the bucket on the assist by Chamberlain.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
No, we're left to infer from the adjustments we see on the floor.
With those hands together for your defense team.
Substitution here for New Orleans. Olajuwon's checked in for Siakam. Jaren Jackson comes in for Chris Bosh. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Lillard. And Brooks subbed in for Jordan. Here's Brooks. And the Pelicans miss again.
You're not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Here's Anthony. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Pelicans.
Smart ball handling from them in this one. Passing around to get ahead of the defense and putting it in the hands of ready shooters.
And another thing, guys, they dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
Here's Mathurin. He's got 10. A shot by Hayward, wide open. Connects from three-point range. Hayward's got 5 points so far. Anthony down low. No good there. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Stolen by Warren. Down low. It's tipped. Here's Rodman. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Rodman's got his first points of the night.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
So it's the Pelicans now. Spurs trail by 16. Hayward from outside. Jaylen Brown with the rebound.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
And Jaylen Brown is such a force on the offensive end. Hard to keep that guy out of the paint. Terrific finisher at the rim.
Now, Hero. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
And maybe the only weakness for Brown is his handle on the ball.
And it's something that he's worked on every offseason. Still, though, susceptible to turnovers while dribbling. That's one of the very few weaknesses in his game.
On the Free throw, no good.
And as a free throw shooter, Robin has his challenges. One of those guys who almost shoots a better percentage from the field.
Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. Pelicans leading by 14. Here's Mathurin. 10 points for him. Pass to Brooks. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Brooks. And the Spurs making a change here. Crawford's checked in.
Jamal Crawford.
Here's Anthony. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Over in the corner, Brown. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Brooks with it. And Crawford picks him up defensively. Here's Mathurin. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. 6 to shoot. They get the rebound.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Crawford drives in. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Here's Mathurin. Misses off the left eye. So it's the New Orleans Pelicans in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We've got more in store for you right after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court right now for the Spurs. We've got Rock. Oh, what a play!
And there are nights it really doesn't matter what you do defensively. MJ is going to score, and this is looking like one of those nights.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Chamberlain's checked in for San Antonio.
First team foul. Spurs substitution.
Here's Lillard. Passes to Mathurin. Back to Lillard. Outside Jordan. Pass to Bosch. This one for 3. Another shot, and it's good on the layup.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused, and they've executed.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
That's just his first turnover of the night. What a steady, efficient game he's played thus far.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
Magic Johnson, he checked in for San Antonio. Now, here's Johnson, following the miss by Michael Jordan.
And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
You know, you look at how they built this lead. It's been through extra possessions.
And so here is New Orleans after Magic Johnson's miss. Here's Lillard. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And the vertical that Brown has is pretty impressive, as relentless a finisher as you'll find in our league.
Mobley, he's checked in for T.J. Warren. Good on the second free throw. New Orleans leading by 18. Drops in the layup for two.
Adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Here's Johnson following the score by New Orleans. Just 5 on the clock. Brown, that's tipped. Here's Chamberlain, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Shooting for San Antonio. Shooting 1.
Free throw good from Chamberlain. The Pelicans have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. A nice shot by Jordan.
High percentage look for Jordan. It has every move you could ask for in the painted area.
It's picked off. The pass to Mathurin. New Orleans moving the ball around. Kicks to Bosch. Offensive rebound. And the shot goes in. And the Pelicans lead by 21.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. And in this era of player movement, Greg, we're seeing guys often pick teams on fit or style of play. When they look at that, what are they looking into?
You want to have fun coming to work every day, Kevin. I mean, the money they're making, most guys are going to be set for life. But I think they recognize it's about the journey and who you have the opportunity to take that journey with.
Tyler Hero, he's checked in for Brown. No good from Jordan. Spurs trail by 21. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Hero passes to Chamberlain. A fadeaway. Mobley trying to free himself up.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And a strong finish with 2 hands.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
Here's Marbury.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Just another example of losing concentration. His fourth turnover of the evening. He has to start protecting the ball better.
Now here's Lillard. Right side Bosch. Shoots over Mobley. Rebounded by the Spurs. Chamberlain got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Marbury. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and it's Chamberlain finishing it off.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Pelicans leading by 21. Jordan outside. Pass to Mathurin. Lillard outside. Passes it to Jordan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lillard with it. On deep. It's hauled in by Hero.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
2 minutes
outside Jordan
in the game. 2 minutes.
Dishes at the Bosch. Pass to Mathurin. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. We're seeing a lot of pretty lively pregame dance routines from the players. You got any of that in your repertoire, say, before we begin a broadcast?
No, Kevin, I think pretty soon we should work out a few sequences, get ourselves fired up. You game?
No. Come on, Greg, I'm not sure about that, but you go ahead and do it. So it's both teams making substitutions here. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Schroeder against Anthony. There's the pass to Hero. Offline with his 3. New Orleans with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
At the line for New Orleans.
That's good from Schroeder.
And you know, Dennis Schroeder, from the moment he came into the league, showed tremendous confidence. He's never been the type to back down.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Deep 2 from Crawford. And that one is off. And New Orleans will go the other way with it.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Pelicans.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Michael.
High-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again.
Now here's Crawford. Outside Anthony. Dishes to Mobley. The rebound by Cade. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Boston. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
So we see New Orleans taking the W here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put